Have you ever noticed how the most powerful rivers make the least noise, yet they nourish millions of lives silently? In the same way, the strongest lives are not the ones broadcasted everywhere, but the ones that remain grounded, private, and connected to God. When we keep our life private, we don't lose power. We preserve it, we protect it, and we grow it. My friends, today I want to share with you something that can transform the way you live and protect the peace of your mind. The art of keeping your life private. In today's world, where everyone is eager to show what they eat, where they go, what they buy, and even who they love, we often forget that true strength lies in silence, not in display. When you share too much, you give the world a chance to judge, criticize, and even disturb your inner peace. But when you live privately, guided by God's wisdom, you become untouchable, powerful, and free. Remember, privacy is not secrecy, privacy is protection. My dear friends, let me remind you of something very important today. Your energy is sacred. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every action you take carries a vibration. This energy is your inner strength, your spiritual currency, the fuel that drives your journey of life. Yet many of us spend this energy carelessly, not realizing that it is one of the most precious gifts given to us by God. When we share too much about our lives, when we expose our deepest dreams, struggles, or plans to everyone around us, we allow our sacred energy to leak away. And once this energy leaks, our power weakens, our focus scatters, and our growth slows down. Think about this. A seed grows silently under the soil. It does not announce to the world, "I am about to become a tree." No, it gathers strength in silence, hidden away, drawing nourishment, absorbing energy, and preparing itself to rise. If someone were to dig up that seed too early, it would never grow. In the same way, when you reveal your plans too soon to people who may not understand, who may not support, or who may even envy you, you weaken your growth. Your dreams, like seeds, need protection until they are strong enough to stand on their own. Let me give you a very simple example from daily life. Imagine you are preparing for an important exam or working on a new business idea. If you keep telling everyone about how hard you are working, how much you are sacrificing, how big your plans are, you may feel a temporary sense of satisfaction, as though you have already achieved something just by talking. But over time, people may question you, doubt you, or even discourage you. Some may say, "Are you sure you can do this?" Others may laugh, "That sounds impossible." And without realizing, their words start to eat away at your confidence. Your energy, which should have been invested in action, gets wasted in defending your plans, explaining yourself, or dealing with negativity. Now think of another person who keeps quiet, who works in silence, who protects their energy. While others are busy talking, this person is busy building. While others are wasting energy in showing, this person is using energy in growing. And when the time comes, success itself speaks louder than any announcement could. That is the power of protecting your sacred energy. My friends, energy is not only about physical stamina, it is also about mental clarity and emotional balance. When you gossip too much, when you complain too often, or when you reveal too many personal matters, you scatter your mind. You let unnecessary opinions enter your space, and these opinions act like dust on a clean mirror. They blur your vision. But when you remain private, when you conserve your words, when you carefully choose what to share and what to keep within, you maintain clarity. And clarity is power. Look at nature. The sun does not waste its energy by shining everywhere at once. It focuses, and that focus becomes heat, and that heat can burn. Similarly, when you protect your energy, you can direct it towards what truly matters: your goals, your growth, and your connection with God. But if you keep leaking your energy into the world, seeking approval, attention, or validation, you will find yourself exhausted with very little progress. Let me share another daily life picture. Imagine your mobile phone. When you open too many apps, when you keep everything running in the background, the battery drains quickly. But if you close the unnecessary apps and use only the ones you need, the phone lasts longer, performs better, and supports your work. In the same way, when you open too many apps in your life, too many conversations, too many explanations, too many revelations, you drain your own battery. Protecting your energy is like closing the apps that don't serve you, keeping your battery strong for the things that truly matter. And here's the deeper truth: your energy is not just yours, it is God's gift. Wasting it is like disrespecting what the divine has given you. Protecting it, on the other hand, is honoring God's wisdom. Every morning when you wake up, you are given a certain amount of energy for the day. How you use it will decide how far you go. If you spend it on unnecessary talking, endless scrolling, or trying to prove yourself to others, you will have very little left for the real battles of your life. But if you spend it on self-growth, on meaningful actions, on devotion, on silence, then you multiply your power. So, remember this: what grows in silence becomes unshakable. Your sacred energy is like fire. If you let it scatter in all directions, it only creates smoke. But if you focus it, it can cook your food, warm your home, and even melt the hardest metal. Protect your fire. Guard your energy. Keep your life private, and you will stay powerful. My dear friends, let me ask you a simple question. How many of you are tired of explaining yourself to people? How many times have you shared something from your personal life only to be met with unnecessary opinions, judgments, or advice that disturbed your peace? The truth is, in this world, everyone has an opinion, but not everyone has understanding. That is why peace does not come from telling people everything. It comes from keeping certain parts of your life private. When you protect your privacy, you protect your peace. Think about this: when you leave your house in the morning, you lock the door. Not because you hate people, but because you want to protect what is valuable inside. In the same way, keeping your life private is not about being secretive. It is about protecting the most valuable treasure you have, your peace of mind. If you keep your doors and windows wide open for everyone, anyone can walk in, rearrange your things, and disturb your space. The same happens with your inner life. If you allow everyone into your private world, they will disturb the order of your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy. Let me give you a daily life example. Imagine you are working on improving your health. You decide to wake up early, exercise, and eat clean. Out of excitement, you start telling everyone, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues. At first, they may encourage you, but soon the comments begin. One person says, "Oh, waking up so early is not good for health." Another says, "Come on, one burger won't harm you." A third laughs, "You won't last more than a week." Now, instead of focusing on your discipline, your mind is filled with their voices. Instead of enjoying your progress, you feel the pressure of their expectations or the weight of their doubts. And slowly, you lose peace. But imagine the other side. You quietly begin your journey. You wake up, you exercise, you eat healthy, and you keep it private. Nobody knows, nobody comments, nobody interferes. You are free, you are at peace. And one day, when your transformation becomes visible, people will be surprised. They will see the results, not the process. That's the beauty of privacy. It gives you the space to grow in peace without disturbance. Another example, think of water. When it is calm and still, it reflects the sky like a mirror. But when it is disturbed by stones and ripples, it loses its clarity. Our mind is just like that. The more people throw their opinions, judgments, and questions into it, the more disturbed it becomes. But if you maintain privacy, if you keep your life away from unnecessary exposure, your mind remains calm, clear, and peaceful. And from that calmness, wisdom flows. Many people confuse privacy with loneliness. But privacy is not loneliness. Privacy is strength. Privacy means you choose not to expose everything because you value your peace more than people's approval. For example, when you achieve something small, maybe you save some money, maybe you overcame a bad habit, maybe you finished reading a powerful book. You don't need to broadcast it to everyone. Sometimes it's enough to smile within yourself and thank God. That small moment of private gratitude brings you far more peace than 100 likes on social media. And let's talk about social media for a moment. In today's world, people are obsessed with sharing. Every meal, every trip, every relationship update is posted online. But let me ask you, does it really bring peace? Or does it bring anxiety? Because once you post, you wait for likes, comments, validation. And if the response is not what you expected, you feel disappointed. Peace is stolen by comparison and judgment. But when you live privately, you don't seek validation from others. You seek it from within. That is true freedom, and that is true peace. Think of a candle. It shines quietly in the corner of a dark room. It doesn't shout, it doesn't show off, but its presence spreads light. In the same way, when you live privately, your peace itself becomes a light. People will notice your calmness, your stability, your happiness. And they will wonder, what is the secret of this person's peace? The secret is privacy. The secret is choosing silence over noise, depth over display, God's awareness over people's approval. Let me give you one last example. Imagine you are traveling by train and you have a small bag with some food inside. If you leave the bag open, everyone might look. Some may even ask to take some. And soon your food will be gone. But if you keep it closed, protected, you can enjoy it when you need it in peace. Our private life is like that bag. If you leave it open for the world, your peace gets eaten away by opinions, comparisons, and gossip. But if you keep it closed, you can enjoy it fully without disturbance. So, my friends, understand this clearly. Peace is not found in noise, it is found in privacy. When you stop explaining yourself to the world, when you stop exposing your every step, when you choose to live quietly, you create space for peace to grow. And in that peaceful space, God speaks to your heart. In that peaceful space, you discover your true self. In that peaceful space, you find the strength to rise higher without being disturbed by the world. That is why I say, keep your life private, and your heart will stay peaceful. Keep your life private, and your mind will stay strong. Keep your life private, and your soul will stay free. My dear friends, let me share with you a truth that can save you from so much unnecessary pain. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your time, your emotions, your trust, your energy, these are precious gifts. Yet many of us give them away too easily to people who neither value nor respect them. We must understand that access to our life is a privilege, not a right. When we allow just anyone to enter our personal space, we open the door not only to love and support, but also to jealousy, negativity, and destruction. Think of your life as a beautiful garden. In this garden, you grow flowers of dreams, fruits of hard work, and trees of wisdom. Now imagine leaving the gate open for anyone to walk in. Some may admire your garden, some may water your plants, but others may pluck your flowers, step on your grass, or even uproot your trees. Why? Because not everyone has the maturity to value what you have grown. The same happens in life. When you allow everyone access to your heart, your plans, your struggles, you will find some people who nourish you, but also many who damage you. That is why wisdom means choosing carefully who gets access to your inner world. Take a simple example. Imagine you receive good news, a promotion at work, an admission to a university, or even just a small achievement. Excitedly, you share it with 10 different people. Out of those 10, maybe 3 will be genuinely happy for you, 2 will congratulate you politely, but feel jealous inside, 3 will question whether you deserve it, and 2 will make sarcastic comments to pull you down. By sharing with everyone, you did not multiply your joy, you divided it. Your happiness got mixed with doubt, negativity, and comparison. Now, imagine if you had shared that same joy only with 1 or 2 people you deeply trust, people who genuinely care for you. The joy would have doubled, your peace would have stayed intact, and your energy would have remained strong. This is the power of selective access. Not everyone has the capacity to handle your struggles either. Sometimes, when life gets heavy, we share our pain with the wrong people. Instead of giving comfort, they gossip about it, laugh at it, or use it against us later. Have you not seen this in daily life? A student shares with a classmate that he is struggling in studies, and the next day the whole class knows. An employee shares frustration with a colleague, and soon it reaches the boss. A person opens up about a relationship problem, and it becomes the talk of the town. The result: more stress, more judgment, less peace. That is why we must be careful. Not everyone deserves to know your weaknesses. Not everyone deserves to sit in the temple of your heart. Let me give you another perspective. Think of your phone. You do not give your password to every person you meet, do you? Why? Because your phone contains private pictures, personal conversations, and important documents. Only a few trusted people, maybe family, may know your code. In the same way, your life also has a password. Your emotions, your plans, your inner struggles are like that data. Why give the password to everyone? If we are so careful with a phone worth a few $100s, why are we careless with a life that is priceless? And my friends, remember this: value attracts value. When you value yourself, you naturally set boundaries. You naturally decide who deserves your time and who doesn't. For example, imagine you are a busy professional working on an important project. A friend who always calls to gossip may demand your time. But if you respect yourself, you will politely say no because you know your time is precious. On the other hand, someone who encourages you, supports your vision, and respects your boundaries, you will give them access because they uplift you. Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend. Not everyone who claps for you is happy for you. Life teaches us that some people come to drain us, while others come to fill us. Wisdom is to recognize the difference. Just like a king does not allow everyone into his palace, you too must guard the palace of your life. If the doors are always open, thieves will enter along with guests. But if the doors are protected, only the worthy will walk inside. Let me share one last daily life picture. Imagine you are carrying a jug of fresh water on a hot day. If you stop at every corner and pour some into every stranger's cup, by the time you reach your own home, the jug will be empty, and you will have nothing left even for yourself. But if you give wisely to those who truly need it and keep enough for your own family, everyone benefits. In the same way, your time, energy, and emotions must be given wisely, not wastefully. So, my friends, understand this deeply. Your life is a sacred space. Not everyone deserves to enter it. Your heart is a treasure chest. Not everyone deserves the key. Your energy is a fire. Not everyone should be allowed to touch it. When you learn to choose carefully, when you protect your access, you preserve your peace, your strength, and your dignity. And always remember, if everyone has access to you, no one will truly value you. But when you give access only to the right ones, your relationships will be deeper, your peace will be stronger, and your life will be more powerful. My dear friends, have you ever noticed that the most powerful things in life are often silent, unseen, and mysterious? The ocean holds unfathomable depth, yet it does not reveal all of itself on the surface. The sky stretches endlessly above us, yet we can only see a part of it. The universe is filled with infinite galaxies, yet so much remains hidden. And because it is hidden, because it is mysterious, we respect it, we admire it, and we stand in awe. In the same way, when you carry a sense of mystery about your life, you naturally attract respect. Mystery is not about pretending to be something you are not. Mystery is about valuing your own depth so much that you do not feel the need to expose everything to the world. It is about letting your silence speak louder than your words. It is about letting your actions reveal your strength instead of your constant explanations. When you reveal everything, people take you lightly. But when you keep something private, people wonder, people admire, and people respect. Think of a diamond. It does not lie scattered on the roadside. It is buried deep inside the earth, hidden in the darkness for thousands of years before it comes into the light. And because it is rare, because it is not easily accessible, it is respected and valued. Now compare it with stones lying on the street. Everyone can pick them up, everyone can touch them, and nobody values them. Why? Because they are too common, too exposed, too accessible. My friends, in life, if you want respect, you must learn to be like the diamond. Not hidden forever, but also not exposed everywhere. Take a simple example from daily life. Imagine two people. The first person constantly updates everyone about what they are doing, what they ate, where they went, what they bought, who they met. They give every detail to everyone. The second person, however, is quiet. They don't reveal everything. They work in silence, they appear at the right time, and when they speak, their words carry weight. Tell me honestly, who do people respect more? The one who exposes every detail, or the one who keeps an air of mystery? Always the second person. Why? Because mystery attracts respect. Let's consider another example. Imagine a teacher in a classroom. One teacher keeps telling students everything about his personal life, his family issues, his financial struggles, his daily routine. The students start gossiping, some laugh, some lose respect. But another teacher remains focused, disciplined, and shares only what is necessary. The students may not know much about his personal life, but they admire him, they respect him, they take his words seriously. That is the power of mystery. My friends, mystery is like fragrance. When you walk into a room with a gentle fragrance, people notice it, they appreciate it, but they cannot see where it comes from. It leaves them curious. In the same way, when you maintain mystery in your life, people sense your strength, they feel your presence, but they cannot fully grasp you, and that makes them respect you even more. Think of great leaders and wise saints. They did not live to expose every detail of their personal life.